The guitar comes in through the Sennheiser wireless system. I get a long running time. I can run around on stage if I want to. I have a tendency to snare myself in the cable, so a wireless system is awesome. That goes directly to the Qtron, because I want that first in the signal chain. The Qtron is a replacement for ordinary wah-wah pedal. I think this is more... I can have more fun with this one. Although I have a wah-wah pedal, but this one is more to my liking. It goes to the pitchfork, which I'm able to use as a complementary type of sound if I want to. I'm able to add a higher octave or lower, or blend to such an extent that I'm actually altering the key in which I play. So I can set it so the only sound coming out from the pitchfork is the altered sound that I set within the pitchfork. I've tried it with a expression pedal also, and it's really smooth and really fun to have. Really recommend this one. But it's there to get a more baritone type of guitar sound, or as I said, complement the overall sound I'm getting from my guitar. Not being used as often, of course. It's a spice to the soundscape that I have. From the pitchfork, I go into the Univibe. And the Univibe is a recent purchase I've done. It was on sale, and I thought, why not? I don't need to go all Jimmy on with that one. It is a favorable tone and adds a bit of chorusy type sound to a solo or anything like that. I like that one. It in turn goes to a loop pedal. And this loop pedal has two loops. One for the distortion pedal, another one for the fuzz pedal. And I use these as a type of gain staging. So depending on what sound I later have on the ACS1, let's say I have a edge of breakup type of sound on the ACS1, the golden acorn in this case can add to that and get a bit more distorted sound. And the fuzz in the second loop is of course a fuzz. But the neat thing with this one is, and other fuzzes I presume, is that if you turn down the volume on your guitar, it can act not necessarily as a pure fuzz, but a bit of a distorted clean signal. Mostly clean, with just a little hair on the end of it. But of course, pull the volume up and you get all out fuzz from this one. But they are set so I don't need to step on them over here on the pedalboard itself, or rather just need to step on them down here on the loop pedal. From the loop pedal I go into the volume pedal. I've had it before, I had it after. In this case I have it after the distortion. And that's because if I do volume swells, I already have the distorted sound. It doesn't sort of grow from clean to distorted. It's already distorted when I open up the volume pedal. And this goes mono into the ACS1. And I use mostly two settings. The first one being a Fenderish type sound on left and right, with a slight difference in setting to have in the stereo landscape. The left channel is a bit brighter perhaps, and the right setting is a bit muddier. Left channel goes straight out to the cab without passing through the tremolo, the delay and so on. but the right channel goes to the tremolo, and the tremolo is most often set to the harmonic trem because I liked it. I get a clean or distorted left channel and the same clean or distorted almost channel in the right speaker, but on the right side I get trems, delays, reverbs and so on. So it's bone dry on the left one. Yeah, a bit of a what do you call it? A room setting, of course. It's not completely dry because that's yeah, I don't like it. So on the right channel I have the tremolo. If I use it, I most often use it as the harmonic trem. It goes into the delay, and the delay is used to fatten things up. It's a decaying delay that it's quite fast, and the delay itself is low in volume respectively. So you can hear it if you listen for it, and it can also double sort of like as a reverb, or instead of a reverb. But it's there, and I can use it if I want to. And then we go into the reverb, and I have sort of 3 reverb settings. I have a roomy kind of reverb, which is sort of having a speaker in the room itself. I have a more open, more wide type of reverb, and I also have a reverb that is even slightly more over the top, so I can choose in between them depending on the song and so on. And that after that it goes out to the right channel. The whole idea is, of course, to have some sort of wah-wah or a Qtron in this case. I have some sort of, not necessarily chorus, but a univibe that brings a bit lusher or yeah, a more lush landscape or tone. And then I have a distortion gain staged with whatever distortion or boost I have in the ACS1. I like the Fender type, but I also have a Marshall setting in this one. And if I keep within the Americana type of songs, then I would think that I stay mostly in the Fender type of sounds. But if we go harder into rock and hard rock and stuff like that, I usually go into the Marshall setting. Works well with a overdrive, of course. But in essence, I have a clean channel, a boost channel, clean channel with a distortion, boost channel with a distortion. So in essence 4 different sounds, and double that with the Fender or the Marshall. I do have a third setting which is mostly Vox, but I'm not a Vox guy, so I'm not there. And the same staging is possible to do with a fuzz, of course. I can also gain stage with the overdrive and the fuzz together with, but that takes it over the top, and you need to be wary of the volume on the guitar and so on to get a decent sound. I have a tap tempo pedal, of course, to control the tremolo, but it's not connected to the delay because I have a setting on the delay that I kind of like. It works on most. I don't know, but someone surely knows if this is the precursor to the Keyless Halo. Something tells me that this is the precursor that they worked from to get to the Halo. This is equally as good. I suspect the Halo has some other functionality that this one doesn't have, and vice versa, of course. But this is equally as good. It's not controlled by the tap tempo. The tap tempo goes to the tremolo. So that's a little bit about how I configured my pedalboard. And yeah, questions, and I'll try to answer them in the comment section.